Good morning, everyone. Today we have another session of MBA graduate program. Today we have our faculty members who are our IT and innovation experts. They are not only the IT and innovation experts, but they are also teaching in their areas. Today we have our three worthy panelists with us who are not only teaching, but they are contributing in IT and innovation. Today we have Sir Nabil Haider, Sir Kazim Ali, and Sir Harun Amin. So welcome you all on this panel discussion on our MBA graduate program, our IT and innovation experts.
Yes.
Sir, please introduce yourself and role of innovation and IT in the field, in the education sector or generally in the field.
Right. I am Nabil. I am from MBA graduate program, and I have done MS in marketing. So I teach courses related to marketing, more into digital side of marketing. So that's it.
I'm Kazim. I've been associated with UCP Business School for the past 4 years now. I have a background in technology as well as the role of technology and implementation of technology in various sectors, including medical, neuroscience, law, finance and accounts.
I am Harun. I joined UCP end of 2014, did my master's from Australia in enterprise systems with SAP. So that has been my focus since joining, equipping students, especially the MBA graduate program students with this knowledge.
So Nabil, role of innovation in IT in the current scenario. So what do you think?
Well, it's becoming really important day by day. We had Pakistan 3G and 4G came in, so things started to develop. So right now we are working on 5G. So बहुत ही aggressively काम हो गए in IT sector. And if we look from marketing point of view, already पहले TV used to has the most spending, but now it's 40% above जो digital को जा रहे हैं. So mobile phones, they have become really powerful. We have a lot of mobile phones. Almost everyone has a smartphone nowadays in Pakistan. So the technology that is becoming integral part of our daily life. So the more and more it becomes integral part of our life, उसी तरह technology and IT it goes up as well in our life as well. So उससे होता है कि from marketing perspective, then जो budgets होते हैं, decisions होते हैं, they shift towards digital side, and that's why every company in Pakistan, they have realized it. We were late as compared to rest of the world, but now we are slowly and gradually coping up. Still we have a lot to cover, and that's why अब जो technology and innovation that is becoming part of education system as well, whatever is happening right now.
Sir Kazim, being an IT expert, what is your opinion about IT and innovation in generally and in education sector as well?
I think it plays an integral part within it, especially in today's age when technology is literally at the palm of your hand, and a number of things, a number of aspects of life have already been transformed, especially with respect to our daily and social life. And especially one of the areas that I'm really been involved in, and that is the decision making using technology. So that becomes includes artificial intelligence, that includes the other decision making systems that are there with our in daily lives, and especially the Z generation that has been really involved, and they've opened their eyes in the digital era. This has become one of the prominent aspects of their lives. So I think अगर education की भी हम बात करें, especially in Pakistan, it has been transformed over the past 10 years now with the advent of smartphones and other digital technologies that are there, and now they've been very evidently integrated into the systems as well as in education all across Pakistan, all across the globe.
Sir Harun, I mean, while being a SAP trainer, what is your opinion about IT and innovation nowadays?
I still think that in Pakistan, especially when it comes to IT or information systems, it's underappreciated. The importance of it, the importance to understand how it contributes to an organization, and especially the fallbacks or drawbacks that can happen. I mean, we've heard recent examples of, for example, bank accounts being hacked. For example, why does this happen? I think IT is still underappreciated in Pakistan. From an education perspective, if we look at our students, for example, they specialize in different areas: finance, supply chain, etc., human resource. So how that combines an organization, how you link that through an information system is the key, and this is what we try to impart in our students, because it's unheard of now that any medium to large organization cannot survive without an information system. So learning how this all fits together is very important.
Very right, sir. So let's come back to our MBA graduate programs. So since it's IT and innovation world, as we all know, so what are your contributions, or what are you trying to do, or your efforts you are trying to put in our MBA graduate program? What tools and techniques you people are using, are going to use in our MBA for our fresh or maybe the graduates who are passing from our MBA program? Sir, the video first.
So if we talk about courses, I teach e-marketing and social media. So we have added a lot of tools in it, because the thing is what these students are doing is they are getting the flavor half of it, because they are using social media apps, they are using e-commerce, they are buying online, they are searching on Google, but it's like the front end. So the basic thing which we teach is that what is happening at the back end. So tools, strategies, whatever they are doing. For example, if we talk about Google, so we go with we use different tools. Google Analytics is over there. We teach how to strategies to optimize the ranking on Google. Then if you talk about Google Analytics, it's a really good software, it's a really good tool. So with the help of Google Analytics, you can know, you can decide on a lot of things. For example, branding kaisi karni of your product, maybe pricing kis tarah karni, forecasting, demand kis cheez ki zyada hogi, what type of content should we produce to engage more with consumers, positioning kaise karni hai, targeting kya karni है. So each and everything A to Z, segmentation से लेके product innovation से लेके till उसका feedback, everything is covered through Google Analytics. And इसके साथ within few months we'll also have SEMrush. It's a really good software जो आपको बताते हैं exactly कि आप जो competitors in marketing, how they're working out. So उनकी detailed strategy we can find out as well. And उसके accordingly we can find areas जहाँ पे we can differentiate and become more competitive in marketing. If we talk about social media पे we have Facebook Pixels है. I use it regularly. Then I focus a lot on different social media platforms and उनके objectives के, how can a company go for different strategies. एक ही campaign लेके हम लोग किस तरह different social media channels पे integrate करेंगे. How we are going to identify trending topics. उन trending topics को किस तरह convert करना into content. Even if there is a topic going on जो trending है, so उसको किस तरह identify करेंगे कि इस keyword को किस तरह हम लोग we'll work it out, content किस तरह बनाएंगे इसके हमारा competition कम हो and our content will stand out in market. If we talk about e-commerce, so e-commerce के लिए we have again different tools as well, but majorly जो market में use हो रहा है that is Google Analytics again. So through Google Analytics we decide again कि कौन सा product, किस तरह का product market में लेके आना है, उसकी branding, उसकी photography, colors किस तरह की use करना है. So each and everything it becomes integrated. Then video marketing nowadays, it's becoming extremely important because just because of 4G. अभी तो there's 4G in Pakistan, so इसलिए video marketing is important. By the time we'll have 5G, so we'll move to AR, augmented reality. So nowadays video marketing, that is really important. So I focus a lot on tools related to maybe you can say YouTube Studio. It's a great tool. And on the same way, I tell my students how to edit videos, how to make e-commerce websites in 45. It hardly takes 45 minutes to make an e-commerce website.
Obviously, your students have done a wonderful job while making their startups ads or their promotional activities. So you have contributed a lot to our startups as well. Sir, Kazim, you.
I think it's really important now, and especially it's the need of the hour. The one area that I've really worked with is how to integrate technology in order to simulate the real world scenarios, may it be business, may it be anything else. At the early stages of my career, I've been involved heavily with neurobiology and neuroscience, and that's the area where I really looked upon the implementation of such things on a complex domain like biology and neuroscience. So what we used to do is, I've been working as a research fellow with the EPFL Brain Mind Institute in Switzerland, where I've been working for about 2 years on the Human Brain project, the simulation of human brain. So it was a new avenue for me to see how technology really was able to simulate such a complex organ and provide us with the insight and details and what's happening within it. So that really drove me, and now as far as the MBA program is concerned, I've done a number of things in which we really created the real world scenarios, made simulations around it, and try to educate students and make them aware of the real world problems without even visiting to the market and to the real field work. I think that saves times, that also gives us the proper risk management that has to be done around it. For the reason, in the real world scenario, if we apply certain things, they can go wrong. But in simulation, you have the control parameters, and the risk of things going wrong is really, it's lesser of the chance.
So you are bringing the market or the current scenario in your classrooms as well, and this will be embedded in our MBA graduate program.
And I think this is one of the major aspects of technology where we can really make everybody aware of various scenarios, complex scenarios, even risky scenarios such as stock markets, the consumer behavior, consumer insights and market. So I think this is one of the areas where we can really take the leverage of the technology and make students aware of whatever the real world situations are.
Okay, sir, Harun.
UCP wanted to start SAP, and that's where I came in. So we started it early 2015, the SAP program. We focused on MBA graduate students, basically those who are about to pass out, last semester or second last semester students. So as I said previously, the main goal was to equip students with the knowledge that how does different disciplines integrate with each other. So for example, a student doing finance, how does it link with HR, how does it link with supply chain? They may not have that information. So we started this program. To date, we've trained 767 students, and this is all practical work. So we have the latest tools from SAP Germany, where we have them doing exercises and case studies in different modules, for example, finance, HR module, or production and planning module. It depends on the student's area of interest. So this helps the students see the flow of data, the flow of information in an organization. As I said, it's unheard of any company these days, medium to large organizations, operating without any sort of information system or enterprise system. So this provides them with that valuable knowledge, that valuable link, how it combines together. And again, these are powerful systems. So with powerful systems comes responsibility. So students are able to know that how to use the system from an ethical perspective too. You cannot misuse it. I mean, the great chances of misuse, but again, you have to be careful with that.
So yes, we are going to prepare them for the market before coming to the market. So
Yes.
they are already prepared for the market. Let's come back to our COVID, post-COVID. Since we are passing through the COVID period, so there was a COVID time when everything was closed. At that time, आप सब लोगों ने क्या किया during the COVID period? And अभी we are since passing through that time, our inshallah our fresh MBA graduates will come in our fall session. But इस दौरान आप लोगों ने क्या strategies थी आप लोगों की, और what are your suggestions regarding this? Challenges क्या थे? The pre जो था ये period, and now we are passing through that. मे बी हम इसको पोस्ट कहेंगे फर्दर, जिसकी हम बात करेंगे. सो पहले तो चैलेंजेस, एंड देन जो है ड्यूरिंग द कोविड पीरियड आपने क्या उसको कैसे कोप अप किया, एंड ऑब्वियसली स्ट्रेटजीज फॉर द अपकमिंग आर ग्रेजुएट प्रोग्राम, फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट्स के लिए क्या?
Okay, so when this COVID scenario happened, so हुआ ये कि everyone had mobile phone. So we started spending a lot of time on mobile phone. उससे we got a lot of data. So जो data था, that was the key over here, and when we started teaching online MBAs को, so data बहुत ज़्यादा हमारे पास आना शुरू हुआ, and everything was virtual, and बहुत easy था student को link करना with that data virtually. So students के पास भी access था of that data, and we already know कि data mining, big data इसका आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा we are talking about, and ये सारे data originate होते हैं from your mobile phone, and इसका जो end result होता है that is marketing. We want to market our product, we want to get more sales or stuff like that, customer experience. So end इसका marketing है. So data मेरे पास बहुत ज़्यादा था. I linked it up with students to different tools, and from marketers' perspective, it was a win-win situation for students as well and for teachers as well, even for companies. There are a lot of companies जो shift हुई हैं on digital side.
On digital
so
side.
that helped us a lot. And if we talk about post-COVID, so the thing is कि we aren't going to go back now. Issue पाकिस्तान में सबसे बड़ा ये आ रहा था कि people weren't used to it. So अब people have accepted this technology. And इसी टेक्नोलॉजी का we'll focus more in our MBA program. इसको और rigorously we'll cover it up so that जब हमारे students when they graduate from UCP, so they exactly know कि what market needs. So वो जो customer की क्या needs हैं, they can easily fit into the market system. So they'll have better opportunities. So this is how we are trying to work it out.
Sir Kasim.
I think one of the major factors that has affected during this COVID period is our conditioning of social psychology. Now it has been a little different. In the past, we are in our culture, in our settings, we are very, social in that sense, and the physical, presence is there. But since the scenario has changed now, we have to adapt according to that. And technology is one of the catalysts that has been contributing towards this phenomenon. So I think हमें adapt करना पड़ेगा अपने वैसे तो तमाम ही जितने भी हमारे aspects in life के that have to be transformed around it, but especially when it comes to the education, I think we need to be well versed with how are the pros and cons of both situations, pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Obviously, we have first we have a virtual classrooms, and now we are moving towards a model of hybrid classrooms, or maybe they are maybe 100% present in the university. So obviously, challenges are different in every scenario.
So it means the virtual is the new normal now.
Yeah.
So in the past, we have been using this as one of the backup plans that अच्छा अगर कुछ चीज़ नहीं workout हो रही तो go virtual. But now it has to be very well blended. So it's a new normal. And we have to condition ourselves, especially our social psychology around it, so that हम इसके जो फ़ायदे हैं उनको उठा सकें. Otherwise, कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी जब इंट्रोड्यूस होती है किसी भी सिचुएशन के अंदर, तो शुरू में थोड़ा सा उसको जो हमारा एक लर्निंग कर्व है वो बनता है. सो वो जो डिफ्यूजन है टेक्नोलॉजी का विद इन द सोशल एलिमेंट विद इन सोसाइटी, दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और स्पेशली एजुकेशन सेक्टर के अंदर नाउ हमें जो है वो वर्चुअल को अपनाना पड़ेगा फॉर दैट सेंस. इट हैज़ इट्स बेनिफिट्स बिकॉज इससे जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा मेरे हिसाब से जो टाइम जो है वो बचेगा, टाइम सेव होता है. इसके अलावा आई थिंक एट योर ओन पेस यू कैन टेक थिंग्स. पहले अगर फिजिकली किसी ने क्लास मिस कर दिया तो फिर he has or she has to make other plans in order to cover that lapse. But now अगर आपने एक लेक्चर को रिकॉर्ड किया हुआ है तो somebody can go through again. इसके अलावा जो है वो बहुत सारी दूसरी भी एलिमेंट्स हैं जो कि इसके अंदर इन्वॉल्व हो सकते हैं. आई फाइंड इट मच मोर पार्टिसिपेटिव एज कम्पेयर टू फिजिकल वन इन देयर ओन सेटिंग्स. सो नाउ वी हैव टू कीप अ बैलेंस बिटवीन दीज टू बिकॉज हर चीज़ का प्रोज भी हैं, हर चीज़ के कॉन्स भी हैं. तो मेरा ख्याल है टेक्नोलॉजी के एडवेंट के साथ हमें अडेप्ट करते हुए थोड़ा सा इट विल टेक टाइम, बट इवेंचुअली इट विल प्रूव गुड फॉर अस. स्पेशली अगर आप देखें तो अक्रॉस द ग्लोब नंबर ऑफ गुड आईवी लीग यूनिवर्सिटीज़ उन्होंने भी अपने जो जितने भी प्रोग्राम्स हैं उनको ऑनलाइन कर दिया. नाउ दे आर एक्सेसिबल, दे आर नॉट जस्ट confined to the geographical territory of one university. Now it has been like a global thing. So as I said, the palm of your hand, you are accessing the courses from MIT, Harvard, Stanford and all that. So I think ये opportunity है हमारे लिए. It definitely is a challenge.
At the same time, it's a challenge for us because we are going to compete with the global market now. Being an instructor,
we also need to give some time to it. We don't have to rush through it. हमें थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा बिकॉज नेचुरली जब भी कोई नई चीज़ आती है तो आप थोड़ा सा उसके अंदर it takes time for you to adapt within it. But hopefully inshallah, especially हमारे जो MBA प्रोग्राम है उसके अंदर भी हमने टेक्नोलॉजी को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से इम्बेड किया है, एंड नाउ वी नो इट्स ब्लेंडेड, it's not just physical anymore, it's not completely virtual anymore.
So it's a kind of a hybrid wala.
I think our own enterprise systems की बात कर रहे हैं, तो जब हम एक organization में किसी system को introduce करते हैं, तो even then old system is not just completely relegated, it runs in parallel so that हम जो एक transition कर रहे हैं वो smooth transition हो. तो in the same way I believe that हमारी जो ट्रेडिशनल क्लासरूम प्रैक्टिसेस हैं उनके साथ साथ ही हम नई प्रैक्टिसेस को साथ चलाते हुए सो वी विल ट्रांसलेट इन अ बेटर वे. चैलेंजेस भी हैं, अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी हैं, बट आई थिंक इट्स एक्साइटिंग. सो that's what my point is.
Sir Harun, what is your opinion?
I would like to firstly emphasize on the point what Kazim was also saying, that we need to be more flexible. COVID happened, we all were stuck, we shifted to Microsoft Teams. So what happened?
Within 24 hours.
Yes.
That's an amazing job.
Definitely. And the mindset was that we cannot do it. But why can't we do it? I mean, everyone knows how to use Facebook. So using Microsoft Teams wasn't rocket science if you look at it. It's just another tool. So we need to be flexible to accept the challenges, not in a negative perspective. And if I give an example of enterprise systems, an MBA elective subject, and this happened for the first time where SAP training was actually made part of the course, and that actually happened due to COVID, because everything was shifted online, and the ease of doing it online made it possible to induct that part or a couple of modules into the course. So moving forward, I think as has been discussed by you, we need to have a hybrid type of system going forward.
Great. So last question to all of you, while being a very good instructor, you're experts in your field, you're being a mentor of your students, or maybe जिसके साथ भी आप लोग काम कर रहे हैं, maybe working on different projects as well. एक suggestion जो for upcoming students और जो current students हैं उनके लिए कोई एक suggestion दे दे.
I would say कि keep on experimenting. There are a lot of things happening, so keep your mind open, vision broad रखें. Everything will fit in.
Sarcasm.
टेक्नोलॉजी से दोस्ती बहुत ज़रूरी है. I think you have to accept technology because now it is part. I think अगर हम देखें तो ह्यूमन एवोल्यूशन के अंदर बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें जो कि इंट्रोड्यूस हुई दैट दे बिकम पार्ट ऑफ आवर लाइव्स. व्हील इन्वेंट हुआ तो इट हैज़ चेंज द कोर्स ऑफ ह्यूमन वर्किंग अराउंड एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. तो आई थिंक टेक्नोलॉजी से दोस्ती बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर हम इसको एज अ थ्रेट लेंगे तो आई थिंक इट इज़ गोइंग टू अफेक्ट अस नेगेटिवली. So let's focus on its positive side. Let's be hopeful that it will bring something exciting and new into our lives, make our learning better in that sense and stuff.
Now it's also exciting for our students as well.
Yes.
There was a period when they were going through that tough time, but right now they are enjoying their online classes.
Yes.
Now they are perfectly fine.
Any
as far
change
as
is
I know.
threatful. जब भी कोई एक नया चेंज आता है तो इट्स ह्यूमन नेचर के वो थोड़ा सा हम डर जाते हैं उससे, बिकॉज वी आर नॉट इन अ सर्टेन सिचुएशन इन दैट. बट थोड़ा सा टाइम गुजरता है व्हेन वी आर यूज्ड टू दैट टेक्नोलॉजी, व्हेन यू आर यूज्ड टू दैट चेंज. तो आई थिंक आहिस्ता आहिस्ता फिर हमें उन चीज़ों के डायनामिक्स को भी हैंडल करना आ जाता है.
सर नाउ स्टूडेंट्स आर मच स्मार्टर, और वो जो हैं वो ज़्यादा स्मार्टर है. तो वो उनके लिए प्रॉबेबली इतना मुश्किल नहीं था, बिकॉज दे आर यूज टू ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ गैजेट्स और ऑलरेडी दे आर यूजिंग. तो एक ऑनलाइन सिस्टम पे शिफ्ट होना प्रॉब्ली उनके लिए इतना बड़ा चैलेंज नहीं था. बट ऑब्वियसली चेंज इज ऑलवेज चैलेंजिंग कि अच्छा जी हमने एक से दूसरे फिजिकल से आपने वर्चुअल क्लासरूम्स में करा था. बट नाउ दे आर, आई थिंक दे आर ओके एंड दे आर एंजॉयिंग देयर क्लासेस.
They are loving it.
They are loving it.
They are loving it, and there is an element of curiosity within. So I think अगर हम इसको blended learning को अपने usual
should be a permanent feature of
permanent
our graduate program. Sir Harun, I mean yours.
My biggest advice would be to be responsible. A software tool is just that, it's a tool. How you use the tool depends on every user. So be responsible, and I think from this perspective we need to create certain guidelines also from an ethical perspective.
Sir, thank you very much, Sir Nabil Haider, Sir Kazim, Sir Harun Amin, for your wonderful talk and your contribution towards our MBA graduate program. And I hope that you will continue your struggles and your input in our MBA program to make our MBA graduates competitive for the current market.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Amna,
so
for
much.
inviting us and like sharing the knowledge and giving us a platform to voice our opinions on around the technology and all that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for watching this panel discussion. I hope you enjoyed the show. Keep watching UCP TV. See you in the next program. Allah Hafiz.